A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gamecocks will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Lee. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards. Where he would have been with a touchback.
On the set.
Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now the play fake. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Rebels! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looks as if he's going to run it. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Brown. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Still on his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
So now it's 2nd and long. Corners are going to bail. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot
mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working.
He's loose. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Time to take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. All kinds of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Lee. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. The give is to Taylor. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. This quarterback part of their running game. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to buy time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period.
Slide 22. Slide 22. 691. Gators far. Cricket.
They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Simmons. He turns that loose down the right side. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over UCLA. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Sellers. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down and more. Into the secondary on the right. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Get set, get set. Okay.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield at Simmons. He's got him. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Cutting it close now with third and goal upcoming. On the move, it's Lacy. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backs against the wall. He'll let it fly again. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on 3rd down coming up now, they're probably going to throw it again.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Working that left side now. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Unloads quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Good right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. Turning on the Jets. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This one's complete. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Off-play action on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw, it's Simmons. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that out-breaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped lead to the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Corner's going to give them room. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Land Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. It's complete to the right. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete.
South Carolina, 14.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
First and goal, South Carolina.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the comeback is on. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They are up by just one over Ohio State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Taylor has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The craziest thing about college football week in and week out is just the momentum shifts. And when it shifts, it's just hard to stop it. And this offense, man, they haven't found any rhythm in this second half. And if they're going to get out of here with a win, I think they got to put a drive together and put some points on the board.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Simmons. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's caught. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bennett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Skips away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. And And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
That's reeled in. It's Harbor. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
First down for the offense.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Touchdown, South Carolina! And here they come, almost all the way back.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 30, South Carolina 28.
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is where the pressure can start to build a little bit, trying to hold on to a 2-point lead, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. After giving up a score in that last possession, you just feel the sense of urgency now. It's really, really high, David. This offense, they've got to answer.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's okay because I still got the lead. Now I just go out and execute, give it to my leaders, let them do their thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Lee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
One for two on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Ole Miss.
Keep the ball moving.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. It's a running room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.